In many Western households, parenting becomes a cycle of reacting to fires. A child acts out, and the immediate response is to yell, take away the iPad, or send them to their room. This often provides a temporary fix, but the behavior usually returns because the underlying cause remains unaddressed. Now, consider a crowded, quiet commuter train in Tokyo. A toddler starts to melt down. Instead of frantic whispering or bribing the child with snacks, the mother simply waits. She remains calm, observing the moment without the urgency to force it to end. Data on global developmental rankings shows a clear statistical outlier here. Japanese children consistently rank among the most well-behaved and self-disciplined in the world. This discipline isn't the result of rigid cultural rules or fear-based parenting. Instead, it aligns with findings from developmental psychologists at institutions like Harvard University. Researchers at Stanford and other global child development bodies have studied how these children regulate their emotions so effectively. They found that this level of self-regulation grows from a developmental framework that prioritizes warmth before structure. While many Western parenting styles emphasize early independence to avoid over-coddling infants, Japanese parents lean into extreme physical closeness. In the earliest years, co-sleeping and constant contact are the standard. This bond is built on Amae, the feeling of being able to depend unconditionally on another person's love. The child grows up with the constant assurance that they are not alone. Neuroscience tells us that this secure attachment directly shapes the child's developing nervous system. As shown here, a stimulated nervous system physically settles into a calm wave pattern when anchored by a secure caregiver. When a child knows in their bones that love is unconditional, they are less likely to act out as a way to test or verify that security. The emotional closeness of early childhood creates a biological capacity for self-regulation later on. As the child moves into toddlerhood, the parent's role undergoes a significant shift. The physical closeness of infancy begins to transition into a practice of patient observation. This is Mimamoru, watching over while protecting. It requires the adult to resist the Western instinct to immediately intervene or fix it the moment a child begins to struggle. Rushing in to rescue a crying child often carries an unintended message that they are incapable of handling difficulty on their own. Letting a child face manageable frustration is what researchers call productive struggle. It is the primary way children build genuine emotional resilience. Stepping back represents a deep act of trust. It allows the child to sit in discomfort just long enough to try for themselves, turning a momentary struggle into the foundation of true self-confidence. Despite secure attachment and a sense of confidence, toddlers will inevitably have outbursts. In these moments, parents apply Shitsuke. The characters for the word literally mean to attach beauty to the body. It focuses on raising a child who wants to behave because good behavior has become part of their identity rather than a response to punishment. During a meltdown, instead of reaching for a consequence, Japanese parents ask, "What skill is my child missing right now?" Traits like patience, communication, and emotional regulation are skills that must be actively taught. A child who misbehaves is often a child who simply hasn't learned those tools yet. Shifting the focus from punishing a symptom to teaching a root skill changes the dynamic of the home. It turns a point of friction into a focused moment of instruction. By early childhood, this timeline results in a level of independence that is striking to outside observers. At age 4, children are already completing daily rituals like packing their own school bags and cleaning their classrooms. They do this without janitors or adults constantly enforcing the rules. This happens because small daily responsibilities, repeated every day, shape a child's sense of self. This diagram shows how rituals drive identity formation, which eventually produces intrinsic behavior. Rules and punishments generally require an adult to be present to enforce them. An identity, however, is self-sustaining. These children behave because they have come to see themselves as capable, responsible contributors. Their behavior is driven by who they are, rather than a fear of consequences. Concepts like Amae, Mimamoru, and Shitsuke are universal human truths. They are available to any parent, anywhere, who is willing to shift their approach. You can move away from being a reactive punisher today and start becoming an identity builder. Start tonight with one small daily ritual. Have your child set the table or pack their own bag. Maintain the expectation every day without pressure or rewards for 3 weeks. Raising a calm child is less about achieving perfection and more about building a system of trust, one small repetition at a time. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, hit subscribe, and share this video to make sure you see the next installment.